She's been featured in Atlantan Magazine, founder of Confetti Pop, lifestyle entrepreneur, content creator, mom, wife, and friend of my own. Let's welcome Caitlin Centenac. Hi, I'm Shyann Malone. Welcome to Champagne with Shyann. This is a show about unfiltered conversations with real people who have amazing stories, because everyone has one, right?
Love you. Let's start it off with a little cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You can never get enough bubbles, right? Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, so there's so many interesting things about you. And I feel like we had an instant connection, right? When we met initially, I had your kids.
Yes. I show up with balloons and I'm like, surprise.
So it's funny. So I was having a pool party. One of the friends that we have as a mutual friend now had your kids. She helped you because you had an emergency install going wrong or something, and you had to step in and fix it, and which is part of your journey, part of being a business owner. And I want to hear more about that. But yeah, and then you came over and I met you and you're like, thank you so much for letting, my kids come over and hang out.
I needed your home. Your kids, you had no idea that they were.
I know.
Like,
I'm like, the more the merrier. I love it. I love it. Yes. Cause they're a joy, right? Our kids. And it's so hard being a mom. And I get that, especially someone who's just trying to build something like you are. So you came from corporate America. You had several big time jobs, Nestle, Home Depot. But then at one point you felt that wasn't enough, or elaborate.
So I feel like in corporate America, I was always saying, yes, what's next? I want to drive. I want to go. I want to grow and be that CMO, right? I wanted to do what was next, always saying yes. But I feel like there was always a passion inside of me owning my own business. So when I was working in corporate America, whatever I was doing was my own business, right? I gave it my all. But when I had kids, it shifted. I remember going back to work and I still got the enjoyment, the thrill. But that's when the creative edge started. That's when what am I doing? How am I doing it? Yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll stay up tomorrow. Yes, I'll travel here. Change to, wait. What does the schedule look like? How am I going to get this done? How am I going to give my all, which I still continue to do, to my work, but yet leave something for my family? And it wasn't until recently that shifted to how do I give my family my all, but prioritize what I was doing for work.
How do you do it?
You don't. The secret is it's always changing. I mean, I think it's always changing, always evolving. And I'm in the thick of it, right? I've got 2 young kids. I think it's always changing. It's always evolving. And it's not perfect. It's not perfect any day.
When you were in corporate America, do you feel like there were certain goals that you wanted to achieve on a, monthly, daily, yearly basis? And has that changed for you? Because now you're on your own and you're doing everything on your own. And it's a different type of work, right?
Yes. So I think when I was in corporate America, I said yes. I wanted to please. I wanted to shine. I wanted to make sure I was prepared, whether it was 4 a.m., getting ready for an 8 a.m. meeting, whatever it was. I wanted to shine. I wanted to say yes. I wanted to be able to take that next step, even if I didn't know I was prepared. I wanted to say, yes, I'm going. I'm doing it. You want me to move? Perfect. I'll do this. What do you need? I'll be there. It shifted. Like, I wanted to be able to say that to my kids, to my husband, to our family. And I knew there was going to have to be a shift in balance. So my thought came up with, how can I start a business where I can be myself, where I can be challenged, come up with new ideas. And I loved balloons, I loved party decor, and that's where it came up.
I was going to say, so tell us about Confetti Pop. Love the name, first of all. It's so cute.
Confetti Pop started because I had a daughter, and her first and second birthday, I obviously hired people to do it all. I hired people to bring in the balloons, the backdrops, the invites, the cookies, the cake, everything. And I am just that type of person who didn't love it, right? I thought it could be different. I thought maybe the blue colors were a little off, or, oh my goodness, I see gaps there. That wasn't tall enough. I'm 5'10". We should have gone with the 7-foot wall. So I started during COVID, because then it was COVID hit, surprise, world changed. And I decided to get into doing my own parties. I needed to outsource and resource and figure out how can I make this special. It was my daughter's 3rd birthday, her Barbie birthday, where I did backdrops and balloons, floor to ceiling, everything. And it just kept going from there. I knew I had a knack. I knew I liked understanding the flow of a party, understanding where people were going to be when they had conversations. It's not just about the balloons, but it's about everything. How do you lay out where when people come in, they're going to see this and they're going to know this is where the party is, where the party begins. And that anywhere they take pictures, they're going to see these wonderful like decorations in the background, and it's part of the party. It's part of the celebration, and it's just going to be a memory forever.
And so obviously you're running your own company, right? Small business. What's the fulfillment there? What were you missing from some of the big time corporate jobs that you are now gaining in your own business?
Control. And I also think that is something I'm trying to learn as a failure of how to let go of that control, but the control of your time, the control of your life, the control of when you say yes. And then also the outreach. I can now say, this is what I do. This is my business. This is how I grow. And then I can reach out to the community and bring back what I'm doing and see that joy. I loved working with Nestle. I loved working with Home Depot. The joy is just different. It was challenging, successful, but I didn't have that creative edge. And I didn't have the power to say, today, I'm going to my child's class, or, oh my goodness, my child is sick.
You can drop everything and go.
Yes. Funny story, on my 39th birthday, we were supposed to all go to Avalon and enjoy a wonderful day out with some lady friends. And we were supposed to lay out and enjoy it. It was my first Monday off from corporate America. My son got sick. But you know what? I had to be home. I was never able to do that. It would have been somebody else holding my baby, somebody else holding my child. And that's perfectly okay. But I hated corporate America because of that. I couldn't grow anymore. I needed to be home. I needed to be able to enjoy those moments. So,
and the higher you get in your position, your role, when you're working in corporate America, it limits that, right? You're not able to drop everything and go when you need to be. And I think there's definitely a mental tug, emotional tug for women and moms, because all your life you've been able to be like, yes, 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 let me climb, let me do better, and show what I can do and deliver. And then bam, you have these like special human beings in your life. And it does change it. I remember being an anchor in a very similar way and thinking, hearing people like, oh, you don't know if you'll come back to work after you have kids. Like, oh, I'm coming back to work. Like,
yeah.
And, but it is different, right? It's a different mindset. And that's almost like a break going to work, honestly. I mean, real work is at home, I feel like. And you have littles, like mine. You. How old are your kids again?
My daughter just turned 7 and my son just turned 5.
Fun ages. We are ages where they're starting to know, right? Is mom there? Can they come to this? And then they get a little taste of it and they're like spoiled. You've been to volunteer like classroom, or Susie's mom came. Why can't you? Yeah, lunch all the time on the stage or whatever, however they do it at your school. So I love that for you. So with that, it sounds amazing. I see your Instagram. I see all your displays. You are very talented, by the way.
Thank you.
You've done some big, incredible displays. What's been one of your favorites?
A princess party where we had to create a castle that you can walk under and walk through. That was insane. I did floor to ceiling Barbie birthday with Barbie boxes. We were at a place, it's no longer the Cooler, but Adventure Air, where we did floor to ceiling balloons. And then I love balloon murals. Balloon murals is making a picture and turning into art, making with small balloons. We did a 15-foot stormtrooper. And the same thing with corporate. We've been making huge balloon murals with their logos and putting it on the side of a wall.
I remember when it first started getting popular, right? People are like, oh yeah, I have some balloons and displays and here and there, whatever. But now it's truly a form of art. Like you guys are creating so many cool things, and you're like, your imagination, what can you do? I feel like you're the type of person too, like you name it, I'll do it. I'll make it happen. Welcome to the challenge. So with all that, right? Challenge, I say, has to be some challenge that comes with this, right? Going out on your own. It's one thing to go into a building and like just do your job and mark off the tasks. And obviously it's always on your mind because you work hard. But this is different because it's all on you and you're a perfectionist and you want everything a certain way. So tell me about that. There has to be like some types of struggle, I would say, along the way.
Definitely. So my husband, he works a ton. And so that was one of the reasons I chose to step back and chose to be home with the kids. Someone needs to be there to give in my heart. Someone needs to be there to give. And it just fit better for me too. So when you say challenges, I want to grow this business. I want to say yes to every single client. I want it to be perfect. I started doing party planning and had some of the most rewarding birthdays that I threw for a lot of 40ths and special occasions, and they were amazing. But I had to learn how to say no. I had to learn how to step back. That has been a challenge. It's been a challenge because I have to remember the reason I left corporate America is for my kids, so I could spend time with them. So I was the one there. But when I left corporate America, and when I had to start getting a nanny again, hiring another babysitter, I had to remember the reason I wasn't fulfilled wasn't just the creative edge, wasn't just the ownership, but I wasn't there for my kids. So at the right time, learning how to say yes when it's right, learning how to be strategic on where and what I take on, that's been the biggest challenge. I don't want to disappoint. I want it to be perfect. So if you're hiring me for your birthday party, I'm going to do it all. If you're like, oh, I need to have somebody flying through the ceiling and balloons coming from the air, I'll do that times 10. But I had to learn to say, let's let a different professional take over and hire that portion of it, because I couldn't do it all.
It's probably hard to delegate like that.
Extremely, because I said, well, one of the things is control. I wanted to be in control of it. I wanted to be able to be in control of my success and be in control of the business and grow. And I've very fortunately found some amazing people that I work with and amazing people have joined our team. And I've been able to just delegate and let them run with certain aspects of the business. But it's very challenging.
It's hard to let go.
It's hard to learn it. It's hard to learn that. It's hard to learn to let go. It's hard to, it's your baby, right? It's something that you've worked towards. And this is, I quit corporate America. I put something successful to try this and be a mom. It's hard. And I'm not the best mom. I'm trying to learn how to do
all harder on ourselves than we need to be. Balancing everything, right? With the husband, the 2 kids who are younger, and the company. How's that been for you? I know that's
a challenge. I'm still in the middle of it. So I left corporate America in September, and it's been crazy.
Cheers to that.
Oh my gosh. Cheers. Cheers to that. Left corporate America, moved in a new house, had to move out of the house because of flooding. So nothing has been settled. But that's not just me. That's anyone starting something new. Trying to figure out how to do laundry, when to do laundry, how to cook. Holy cow. Uber Eats was my chef. Just because I was working until 5, 6 p.m. at night and then driving home from the job. It's been new. It's been very challenging. There's been some really dark moments where I'm like, I'm awful at this. Kids just go to bed. No one's eating,
especially the long breaks that we all have.
Or learning the long breaks. Christmas.
I know.
In between that whole time, I had no idea how much time there was. I was just explaining to somebody, that's 2 weeks off. I had no idea it was actually 2 weeks off because I normally work during that, having to take care of the kids. Holy guacamole, I had no idea. But it's being prepared. Summer's coming up, and you better believe I've already looked at all the summer camps, trying to figure it out. So I was
going to say, what have you learned? So preparation is
preparation.
Key. Get a hold of that school calendar and map it out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Or having sales.
Of course. And honestly, corporate America is great. It's not for everyone, but I think it's great. But you're still answering to people, right? You've got clients, but it's also on your own terms. And you can say no. It's got to feel good and liberating to be able to bypass and not feel like you're going to take a hit in your career because you said no to this install or this something, and you won't miss out on a promotion or things like that. You get to control it. I think that's the end of the day. That's the key. Tell me your kids, how do they respond to that? Do they know what
they love it?
I bet.
We walked in.
You got little
confetti pop stories and the confetti pops. There's Landon. She's my daughter. She loves coming along to work. She has a little confetti pop outfit, loves it. She's a queen. She loves anything decor and design. She's gonna be great. She loves table settings. We are having a party for her in a couple of weeks, and she's already designed her tablescape. She's amazing. My son, who just turned 5, so early out of 4 toddler years, I had no idea that he knew. We walked into Kroger the other day and they had a few balloons out front. He's like, no, they need confetti pop here.
Oh, I was like,
I love it. You want ice cream? Let's go.
Good.
Like, it's just, they know.
The boys are the charmers, right? Yeah.
But you have no idea that they're watching you. Like, they do see me leave. They do see me go to these installs. My daughter, she wants to come along. So that's been interesting. And certain clients, I'll let her because it's fun. But they do see what I do. They are coming downstairs and watching me create in the basement and watching the team build these amazing things, which I think is powerful in its own way. They didn't know what I was doing. At Home Depot, they just thought I went to a Home Depot store, right? They thought I was wearing just an orange apron every day. They had no idea. And I think that's been eye-opening. So anybody who's in corporate America, I suggest you just bring your kids to work one day or show them what you do and try your hardest, because the respect they have for me working with confetti pop is so different than it was for Home Depot.
I love that. I always try to equate well, daddy's away for this because we have this, or, just trying to put the value behind it because they are young. My kids are young as well. Talk to me too a little bit about, I'm sure there was, preparation, right? And you're taking a financial hit. I mean, you're probably leaving a big 6-figure job and then going to start your own project. I've been there. Get it.
Yes.
What was that like with the conversation with husband?
It took some time.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
Supportive. Extremely supportive. But
Good.
I will say he fell in love with me the first time we met. And I said, because I had a great day at work, I'm a badass.
Yeah.
Like literally.
You still
what was I
are.
thinking? I must have been like taking a shot of tequila and went on this date and was like, I mean, I'm a rock star. Actually, the words were, I'm a rock star. I crushed it today at work. And he fell in love. He's like, you are a boss. You are crushing life. The high that you have, the energy you have coming out of your job, strategic business, being able to walk into a room and just run it. I could do it. And I think he fell in love with that. One of the scariest things I've had to overcome is I'm not that woman anymore. I am different. I still am going to run a room. I'm still going to be strategic, but it's just different, right? I think that was something I really had to learn.
Mm-hmm. And he's learning with you. You grow together.
We are growing, yes. We are still in the thick of it. He's supportive. He is 100%. But when it's your Saturdays, it's hard, right? He works all week too. He travels a ton. So when it's his Saturdays, I'm like, wait. You got the kids? I'm going to install. It's graduation season. That's challenging too. So we're definitely having to learn to communicate differently. It's not just Monday through Friday, who's got what's going on. It's, hey, Saturday, Sunday. Are you golfing this weekend? Do you have to work? Are you traveling? Because confetti pop's different, right? I mean, hence my kids showed up at your house one day. My husband was out of town working and I had to run to an install. Something happened and I needed to fix it for a high-end client that just, it needed to be done right. Gosh, I remember that job was yesterday, but yes. And I was thankful that my kids showed up at your house. Yes. Like,
it's about building a tribe and having a tribe. Do you have support, friendships?
Yes. We have just moved into a new neighborhood and I am so thankful. And I truly believe things happen for a reason. We were put into this neighborhood because of the people around us. The neighbors are amazing. I mean, they call and say, just drop your kids off, go do your thing. Growing that has been a challenge too, leaning on people and not feeling bad, right? I do feel bad because I'm like, oh, it's Saturday. Can you take my kids for an hour? I didn't mean I had to go here. I have to do this. But this new community, this new neighborhood, we have met such amazing people and they get it. A lot of them are working or entrepreneurs themselves. And I think it's important.
I do too. And it makes you feel a little less because when you can return the favor, right? Maybe you're carpooling and they do a couple rides and then you'll be able to do it when on a Monday when they're at work or something like that. I think the community in the suburbs of where we live in, you have a lot of stay-at-home moms, which is great because they're there for everything. But then you start comparing and like not knowing, like you said, you went from a full-time job. Not that this job isn't full-time, probably beyond it.
Yes.
But now it's like kind of tweaking and trying to be there and support and be there for, as a wife, as a mom, as, a person who's running this amazing business that everyone's loving. And you want to promote it. What do you want? What do you want out of Confetti Pop? What is the goal here?
So Confetti Pop started because I loved bringing joy to my children's birthdays. I love bringing joy to everyone around you. My daughter, every time we pass CHOA, she wants to bring joy to the children that are there. My son was in the hospital a lot when he was younger, just breathing normal RSV issues, but other things. So she'd always want to bring joy, always wanted to bring excitement. So she continuously says that, like, let's go there. Let's bring joy to the hospital. So Confetti Pop brings joy, but the growth and what I see next is giving back to the community in more than ways than one. One, I'm starting teaching. So I'm teaching people how to do balloons, how to bring, yes, I'm excited. My first class is next month, 40 people, where we are actually teaching retirement home communities around the nation how to do balloons, how to bring the joy inside their communities. Hiring somebody like me is not cheap. I understand. So you can't just hire a balloon. If you're running a retirement community, you can't just hire a balloon person to come every single week. You can't hire decor. You can't hire someone who's going to come in and tell you how to do it. But I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to make those events special. Yes, bring in someone like me wherever you are in the nation every now and then. But every month when you're having those special galas or the special events for your retirement community, those people who are there aren't leaving. Let's make it special. Whether it be simple things like table decor, garlands on the wall, maybe it's just the invites or the game that you're playing. I'm going to teach that. I want them to learn. I'm doing the same thing with schools. School events should be so special for our kids. Yeah. When your kids go to school, they love to learn, but when there's an amazing balloon decoration, they come home and tell you, and they're excited to go back. So I want teachers to learn how to do this. I want the community. I want everyone to learn so they could do it themselves. then yes, hire me when you can. But I think of giving back. And then the second portion is we're starting a charity.
Okay.
Confetti Cares.
Okay.
It's not always kicked off yet, but it's another way for us to give back. It's another way for us to bring it to kids, kids in foster care, kids across the nation, elderly communities. We want to bring that celebration because if you have that, you remember it, even if it's just once a year.
And you say nationwide, so I love that. We're going to put that plug out there. You go and travel, and I love that. It's such a selfless thing for you to do, right? It's your craft, your company, your skill set, and to go out, you could totally bogart it and keep it in, but now you're going to spread it and help people because you're right, it is not cheap. And I think that's the perfect way to position it. I think that's amazing. So you have all these activities going on, right? And you're balancing all the things, mom, wife, confetti pop. Now you're doing charity work, which is amazing. And I know you've done stuff in the past as well. What do you do for you, Caitlin?
So I just started taking tennis lessons again.
Oh,
I'm going to be
We're playing, yes. Okay.
But here it comes strategy and business. I'm going to be a silent killer again. Okay. I used to play tennis a while ago. Obviously, that had to take a back seat. Corporate America, running a business.
It's a good outlet.
I had to give up something. So it was tennis, but I've started picking it back up. I've got an amazing instructor that I'm meeting with weekly, silently, because when I go back, I want to go back and be good again. Okay. So tennis.
Not so silent anymore.
Not so silent. Yes. But I hope I'm good. Tennis has been something that I can get the exercise, running around the tennis court, hitting the balls, and just get a little bit of that competitive nature out, but also have those friendships and those bonds again. And shopping. I love shopping. A little bit, retail therapy.
And that is a thing. For sure. That's a thing. Friendships. Talk to me about that. And how important are they to you? And I mean, for some people like myself, it helps me thrive and take on a day-to-day basis.
Friendships are amazing. I think there's been a few in my life that I've had some ups and downs with, and I've had to learn a lot about trust, a lot about when you can lean in and is it genuine. But I'm so thankful that I've finally found this group of women that I fully trust, whether they work with me or whether they're just moms that I've met. I'm thankful that I can lean in, and friendships are very important. They're the ones that are there for you when you're having a hard time with your marriage. You could kick things off and be like, am I crazy or is he crazy? And most of the time it's me. I'm crazy. They're fine. They're traveling.
It's always that. We're amazing.
And then honestly, people say it that you'll meet friends through your children. You do. Surprise. Like it just naturally happens. You're at activities and you're the mom who shows up 10 minutes late to every sporting activity because you're just trying to do it all. And I've met so many parents who are just, I got you, girl. Get it. I got it. Do you need to pick your son up next week? Like, yes, I do. Or, you know what? I do want you to pick my kid up. So I think leaning in to people who support you, people who love you unconditionally, people who don't get a laugh when you fail, those are the people you want around you.
How do you find friends? This is harder, right? Adulthood, because you don't have time. And you have some people who let their friends pick their
I get it.
friends, right? Or their kids pick their mom friends. But beyond that, because I feel like you've got a good quality of people, even throughout years of your life, high school, college, and so on. And I think that friendships do evolve and change, right? And we evolve as people, but how are you? Are you in a position where you feel like I'm good, my friend card is full, or are you open to meeting new people? And how do you
always open to meeting new people? What shoes do you wear? I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, that's how we
met. So shoes, no kidding. But not
shoe game on point.
Shoe game on point. Honestly, kidding but not kidding. Finding those same grounds, but you have to find them fast because you don't know, right? It's finding them fast. So saying yes to going out and meeting for a glass of wine or going to the kids' school. Just when you say yes, just being open. A lot of times my brain was just going a million miles an hour. And it still is, but I was thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to answer these emails. Like I don't have 5 minutes. But the times that I've put the phone down and been present, I've been able to meet people. Surprisingly, just saying yes to things. I just went to New York with somebody. I had no idea that we were become friends. We've become great friends. Saying yes. I think saying yes and just putting yourself out there, trying it. You may not think that you're going to be the best of friends, but things change, things evolve. And wear good shoes.
And obviously tennis and doing other activities. Any other hobbies you're into or want to be into, like mahjong?
I have not figured that out. And every time I look at it, people are like, oh, this is a really mind teaser. I don't know.
It is. It is. I would love to play more, but it's just a bunch of chaos, right? And you're trying to organize it into some pattern. Julia Roberts explained it best on a talk show, but it's something about it. It's just an escape. And if you're really serious, you're not really even socializing. But it's nice to get quality time with friends or not friends, people who are just good at the game. So it's definitely a mental stimulation for me. And it's
So do you like it? You like it?
I love it. I don't get to play as often as I'd like. So, but
Can you do it with drinks?
oh yeah.
Okay, so it's not only that like crazy. I was told that like you have to pay attention. Like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Because that is my time to have some like beverages. How do you have like their drink and do it?
There's definitely some people who are very serious and won't let you have drinks. Well, or you just have to follow the rules. So if you get two rooms, so you're not. Yeah, we kind of play casual.
You put them like the loose tables and like the serious table.
Yes, exactly. We have my friend group is more casual with it, so we kind of stick to that. So for now, but yeah, when you start, it's like that. You ease into it, and then. I don't know. Life is so serious as it is. I feel like that's my outlet. That's one of them. So I just want to chill, relax, have a glass, and take a sip.
I'm going to show up with like a mahjong bag, my mahjong table, the tiles galore. Yeah. I don't take things very like
the history behind the game is a whole nother segment, but it's fun. And I love the history behind it as well. Okay. Speaking of games, I want to talk to you about this game called Fill in the Glass, because that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Sipping, right?
Alrighty.
Okay. I'm going to read a sentence and you're going to fill in the blank, and you can think on it. It's not a rapid fire deal.
Okay.
It's just,
let's go.
Finish my sentence.
Okay. All right. Success used to mean blank. Now it means.
Success used to mean saying yes, and now it means saying no.
I feel most myself when.
I'm dancing.
I love that.
Yes.
This season of my life is about.
This season of my life is about me. It needs to change. It's about my happiness. It's about me saying yes. It's about me. I need me to come first, or I won't be able to be that person for my family, for my husband, for my kids. And it needs to be about me.
In what ways?
Every way. Just kidding. Every way. I think, or I know that was I good enough? Did I do this? Can I walk into that room? Do I belong? Those doubts are gone. It's about me. I can do this. If you choose me, then you choose me. If you don't, you don't. But it's about my happiness, because if I'm happy and I'm successful and I feel full, then I can give that to my family. I can give that to my kids. I can give that to my husband. It's about me.
Happy wife, happy life. There are no
Yes,
truer words
yes,
for me
yes,
as well.
yes,
Well,
yes.
thank you so much. You've been amazing.
Yes,
I would love to like follow your career and see where this goes. Obviously, we're friends. We'll remain friends. But any way I can help support.
Thank
I love your
you.
business. I love you. You're such a warm heart. And anything else that you wanted to say or mention that we didn't hit on?
I just think that you should not be afraid to start. You should not let that be timid. You should just dive in, because it'll come to you. It'll come. Don't wait. Start now, and success will come.
All right. Cheers to that.
Thank you.